Oh, what?
To prayers! To prayers!
All of us!
What must our vows be called?
Take a prince of prayer. The cases of theirs. Mercy upon us. Ah! We slip! We slip!
Ah! All the devils are here!
My dear mother, if you have put these wild waters in their roar, allay them. Oh, I've suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel with some noble creature in her, dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done, no harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter. For ignorant of what thou art, not knowing that I am more better than Prospera, mistress of a full poor cell, and thy no greater mother. More to know did never meddle with my thoughts. 'Tis time I should inform thee further. Lend thy hand and pluck my magic garment from me. Lie there, my art. Come, sit, for thou must now no further. You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I think not, for thou wast but 3 years old. 'Tis far off, and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance works. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me? Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. 12 years hence, thy mother held the dukedom of Milan and a princely power. But are you not my mother? The very same. And thou, a princess, and mine only heir. What foul play had we that we came from thence? Or blessed us we did? Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, were we heathens. But blessedly hold hither. Please you, farther. My sister and thy aunt, called Antonia, I pray thee mark me that a sister should be so perfidious. She, who next thyself of all the world I loved, and gave to her the manage of my state, as at that time I neglected worldly ends, all dedicate to the closeness and bettering of my mind, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false aunt, dost thou attend me? Ma'am, most heedfully. Antonia, being thus lorded, did believe that she was indeed the Duchess. She confederated with the King of Naples in lieu of homage, and I know not how much tributes, to extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom. Mark her condition in the event, and tell me if this might be a sister. Dost thou hear? Your tale, ma'am, would cure deafness. One midnight did she ope the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness hurried thence, me, and thy crying self. Wherefore did they not that very hour destroy us? Dear, they durst not. So dear, the love my people bore me. And few they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they had prepared the rotting carcass of a boat. The very rats themselves instinctively had quit it. There they hoist us. Alas, what trouble was I then to you? A cherubim thou wast that did preserve me. You did smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven, when I had decked the sea with drops full salt, under my birthing groaned, which raised in me an undergoing stomach to bear up against what should ensue. How came ye ashore? By providence divine. A noble Neapolitan, Gonzala, did give us garments, linens, and stuffs, and, knowing I loved my books, furnished me from mine own library with volumes I prize above my dukedom. Here in this isle we landed, where I have been thy mother and thy schoolmistress.
Heavens, thank you for it. And now I pray, your reason for raising the sea storm?
Bountiful fortune hath mine enemies brought to this shore. Here cease 4 questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servants. Approach my Ariel. All hail, great mistress, grave man. Hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure. Be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, and all her quality. Hast thou performed the Tempest? As I bade thee, I boarded the king's ship. In every cabin I flamed amazement. Sometimes I divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the yards, and bowsprit, when I flame distinctly, then meet and join. Not a soul but felt the fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged to the foaming brine. The king's son, Ferdinand, leapt, crying, "Oh, the devils are here! But are they safe?" Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou leadest me, in troops have I dispersed them about the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air in some odd angle of the isle, and sitting his arms in this sad knot. Thy charge is well performed, but there's more work. Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remind thee what thou promised, which is not yet performed me. How now, Moody? What is't thou canst demand? My liberty, before the time be out, no more. I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistakings, served without grudge or grumbling. Thou didst promise to make me a full year. Hast thou forgot from what a torment I did free thee? No. Thou dost. Hast thou forgot the foul witch, Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her? No, ma'am. For mischiefs manifold and sorceries too terrible to enter human hearing, was banished to this isle. Thou, my slave, as thou reportest thyself, was then her servant. And for thou wast a spirit too delicate to enact her earthy and abhorred commands, refusing her grand hest, she did confine me, was in a cloven pine a dozen years, within which space she died. Then was this isle, save for her son, a freckled whelp, witch-born, not honored with human shape, yes, Caliban her son, whom now I keep in service. Thou best knowest from what a torment I did free thee. Your groans did make wolves howl and penetrate the breasts of ever angry bears. It was a torment which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art that made gape the pine and let thee out. I thank thee, mistress. Well, if thou more murmurest, I'll rend an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters. Pardon, mistress, I'll be correspondent to command and be my spriting gently. Do so. And in 2 days, I will discharge thee. That's my noble mistress. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do? Go. Make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Hither, take this shape and covenant, Caliban?
One man I do not love to look upon.
He fetches us fuel and serves in offices that profit us. What ho! Slave! Caliban! Thou earth thou! Speak!
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say, there's other business for thee. Come, thou tortoise. When?
A wicked dewdrop would blister you all more.
For this, tonight be sure thou shalt have cramps.
This island is mine, by Sycorax my mother. When thou camest first, thou strokest me, and madest much of me. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the island. Cursed be I that did so, for now am I your subject, who was first mine own king.
I used thee, flying filth, with human care, till you did seek to attack my only child.
A horrid slave, I pity thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other, when thou didst not, savage, know thine own meaning, but wouldst gabble like a thing most brutish. I endowed thy purposes with words that made them known.
You taught me language, and my provenance is that I know how to curse. The red plague rig you for learning me your language.
Hag seed, hence, fetch us in fuel and be quick. If thou delayest or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll wreck thee with old cramps.
No, pray thee, I must obey her. Her art is of such power.
Where should this music be? Either the air or the earth. Weeping again the king my father wrecked. This music has crept by me and I followed it. But it is gone. No, it begins again. This does remember my drowned father.
The fringed curtains of thine eyes advance and say, what thou seest beyond.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, ma'am, it carries a great form. But 'tis a spirit.
No, no, dear. It eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have. Such. This gallant, which thou seest, was in the wreck.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit by spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days for this.
Oh, you wonder. Be you a maid or no?
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language! Heavens! I am the best of them that speak this speech.
What wert thou if the king of Naples heard thee?
I myself am Naples, since I beheld the king my father wrecked, and all his lords.
Alack, for mercy.
Yes, faith in all his lords, the Duchess of Milan, the king, and his brave son being twain.
The Duchess of Milan and her more braver daughter could control thee. If now 'twere fit to do it. At the first sight, they have changed eyes. Spirit by spirit, I'll set thee free for this. A word, good sir, a word. I fear you have done yourself some wrong.
Why
Word.
speaks my mother so ungently? This is the second man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Pity boot my mother to be inclined thy way.
If your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
Soft, sir. One word more. They are both in either's powers. But this swift business, I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. I charge thee, attend me. Thou usurpst the name thou owest not, and hast come here as a spy to win the isle from me.
No, as I'm a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell such a temple.
Speak you not for him, he's a traitor, come.
No!
Beseech you, mother, make not too rash a trial fit, for he is gentle and not fearful.
Who are you?
Put up thy sword. Thou art possessed with guilt, so I can here disarm thee with this stick.
Oh, dear mother, have pity on him. I'll be his surety.
Hush, foolish one. Thou thinkest there are no more such shapes as he? To most men, this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble, for I've no desire to see a goodlier man.
My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. The wreck and these threats are like to me. Might I but through my prison once a day, behold this maid. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come then. Thou hast done well, fine Ariel. Oh. Follow me. Hark what else thou shalt do me.
My mother's of a better nature, sir, than she now appears.
Come, follow. Speak not for him.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so do we all, of joy. I mean the miracle of our escape.
I prithee peace. Here seeth comfort thy called forage.
The visitor will not give him over so.
Look, she's winding up the watcher for wit. By and by she'll strike.
Sir,
One half.
when every grief is entertained the talker, comes to the entertainer.
$1.
Dollar comes to her indeed. 5 is spendthrift, she of her tongue.
Though this island should seem to be desert, here is everything advantageous to life.
True. Save means to live.
And our clothes are not stained by salt water, but are as fresh as when we put them on at the marriage of Claribel, the daughter of our king, to the king of Tunis. This Tunis, sir, was Carthage.
Carthage.
I assure you, sir, Carthage. Sir, we are talking that our clothes now seem as fresh.
You cram these words into my ears against the stomach of my sense. For my son is lost, my heir of Naples and of Milan.
I saw him ride the surge toward shore. I do not doubt he came alive to land.
No, he is gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. That was not blessed all Europe with your daughter.
We have lost your son. Milan and Naples had more widows in them than we had men. The fault's your own.
Sirs, this truth you speak lacks gentleness.
Very well.
Were I queen of this isle, what would I do? All things in common nature would produce, and I would with such perfection govern to excel the golden age.
God save her majesty.
Long live Gonzala.
And you mark these, sir?
I prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
These gentlemen are ever laughing at nothing.
For 'twas you we laughed at.
Will you laugh me to sleep then? For I am very heavy.
What so soon to sleep? I would wish mine eyes with themselves, shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. It happens by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian, oh what might, no more. Yet, my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What did you say?
Do you not hear me speak?
Well, I am standing water.
I'll teach you how to flow.
Do so, to ever. Hereditary sloth instructs me.
Will he grant that Ferdinand is drowned?
I have no hope that he's undrowned.
Out of that, no hope. What great hope have you? Will he grant that Ferdinand is drowned that who's next heir of Naples?
Clara.
She that is queen of Tunis.
True. My brother's daughter is queen of Tunis, and heir to Naples. Fixed. There is some space.
A space which cries out to Clarabelle, keep it, Tunis, and let's bash it. Say this for that. Why then they were no worse than they are now. Do you understand me?
I do remember how you did supplant your sister Prospera, but for your conscience.
I said, where lies that? Here lies your brother. If he were that which he's now running, that's dead. Mine, with his obediency of 3 inches on it, may lay to bed forever, while it's you, to the perpetual wing for I make good of this ancient morsel.
As thou dost, I'll come by Naples. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute thou payest, and I, the king, shall obey.
When I rear my hand to Gonzalo.
Oh, what's one word?
My mistress, through her art, perceives the danger that you, her friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else her project dies to keep them living.
Let us both be sudden.
So rise and shine and kick out the current.
Look at angels preserve the king.
What's that? Why are you brought?
We heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like wolves, or rather lions.
I heard nothing.
It was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
I heard a strange sound and saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise, 'tis true. Let's quit this place.
Lead off. Let us search for my poor son.
Heaven save him from these beasts.
Prospera, my mistress, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats on Prosper fall. Her spirits hear me. Sometimes like apes they bite me, then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling in my barefoot way, and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometimes am I all wound with adders, who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Here comes a spirit of hers to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. I'll hide here. Perchance she will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub, and another storm is brewing. Yon black cloud will fall by pailfuls. What have we here? Is it a man? Or a fish? Oh! Well, it smells like a fish.
Like a
like a man, and fins like arms. Sit down. This is not a fish, but an islander who's been struck in by a thunderbolt. I'll hide me under its gabardine until the storm can pass.
When I'm gone, you're with me when I'm gone.
Oh!
Have we devils here? Stefani has not escaped drowning to be afraid now. When I'm gone, you're with me when
The
I'm gone.
spirits torment me! Oh!
This is some monster of the Isle with 4 legs. Who's gabbing? You?
Do not torment me! I'll bring my wood home faster!
He that is fit now does not talk after the wisest.
I should know that voice.
4 legs and 2 voices?
Stefani!
Mercy, this is a devil. I will leave him.
Stefani, no, it is my good friend Trincula.
Trincula. Do I? Ah, if any be Trincula's legs, these be they. What? Trincula!
Stefani!
How comest thou be the friend of this mooncalf?
I hid me under its gabardine for fear of the storm. Art thou living, Stefani? Oh,
Ricky! Do not turn me about! My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, that's a brave god. I'll kneel to her.
How comest thou hither?
swim ashore, man, like a duck. I can swim like an empty duck.
I'll swear upon thy good cheer, and be thy true subject.
How now, mooncalf? How dost thou appear?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon. I was the man in the moon.
I, Caliban, have seen thee, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee.
This is a most shallow monster, a most poor, credulous monster.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the isle. I prithee, be my god. A plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll follow thee, thou wondrous woman.
A most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of this poor fool.
Lead the way. Trincula, the king and all our company being drowned, we shall inherit here.
Ben, 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 Caliban. Ben, 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 Caliban. Ben, 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 Caliban. Ben, 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 Ben,
Mean task would be as heavy as odious, but that the mistress which I serve makes my labor's pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her mother's crab, and she is composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon a soaring junction. My mistress weeps when she sees me work, and says, such baseness had never let execute her. I forget. But these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors. Most busy lest. When I do it!
Alas, now, pray you, work not so hard. I would the lightning have burnt off these logs that you're enjoined to pile. Pray, set it down. When it burns, 'twill weep for having wearied you. My mother's hard at study. Pray now, rest yourself. She's safe for these 3 hours.
Oh, most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bury your logs a while. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
I had rather crack ice and it was break my back. Then you should dishonor undergo, while I sit lazy by.
It would become me, as well as my husband, and much more ease. For my goodwill is to it, and yours it is against.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
I do chiefly that I might set in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my mother, I have broke your heads to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Worth what is dearest to the world.
I do not know more that I've been called friend than you, good friend. But I would not wish any companion in the world but you. Nor can imagination form a shape besides yourself to like of. But I prattle something too wildly, and my mother's precepts I therein do forget.
I am a prince. I do think a king. The instant I saw you, I knew my heart was yours. And for your sake, I am this patient logman.
Do you love me?
Oh heaven! Oh earth! Bear witness to the sound. I, beyond all limit of what else in the world, do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at which I'm glad. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid.
My mistress, dearest, and I, less humble ever.
My husband then?
I, with the bondage as willing, as bondage ever of freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine, my heart in it. And now farewell, till half an hour hence.
1,000,000. She thinks I was king.
So glad of this day I cannot be, yet my rejoicing at nothing can be more. Heavens rain grace on that which breathes between them.
Servant monster, come to me.
Servant monster, the following here.
Thou shalt be my lieutenant, monster.
Lieutenant?
If thou be so good who can speak it once in thy life,
I'll not serve her. She is not valiant.
Why, thou most ignorant monster.
Lo, how she mocks me, my lady. Bite her to death.
Dracula, keep a good tongue in thy head. The monster's my subject.
I thank my noble lady. Wilt hearken again to my suit?
Kneel and repeat it. I will stand, standing, standing, and so shall Dracula.
As I told thee, I am subject to a sorceress that hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest! I would, my valiant master would destroy thee, I do not lie.
Dracula, I will supplant him for keep.
I said nothing!
Mom, that and no more. Proceed.
If thy greatness will wreak revenge on her, thou be lady of the island, and I'll serve thee.
Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, my noble lady. I'll yield her thee asleep.
Thou liest! Thou canst not!
I do beseech your greatness, give her blows.
Dracula, interrupt one more word, and I'll make a stockfish of thee.
Why? What did I do?
Did not say he lied?
Thou liest!
Did I so? Take you that!
I did not give you a lie. A pox on you and on your monster.
Now, forward with your tail. Prithee, stand further off.
Beat her enough, and after a little time, I'll beat her too.
Further off. A little bit more. Okay, proceed.
In the afternoon she sleeps, when thou mayest batter her skull. But first, possess her books, for without them she is but a fool as I am.
Dracula, I will kill this sorceress. Dracula thyself shall be my viceroy. Dracula, give me thy hand. I'm sorry I need thee.
Wilt thou destroy her then?
Aye, on mine honor.
This will I tell my mistress.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure. Let us be jocund.
What else? If
that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about my ears, and sometimes voices that, if I then had waked after long sleep, will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds methought would open and show riches ready to drop upon me that, when I waked, I cried to dream again.
I shall have music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed,
That will be by and by. I remember the story.
The noise is going away. Let's just follow it.
Come on, gang. I would I could see this tabor. He lays it on.
Wilt come? I'll follow. Stand by!
I can go no further, sir.
I blame thee not. Sit down and rest.
Do not forgo the purpose you have resolved. Let it be tonight.
Tonight, no more.
What harmony is this? My good friends, hark.
Marvelous, sweet music.
You are three men of sin, whom destiny that hath to instrument this lower world and all that's in it, that never serpent and sea hath cause to belch up you. And on this island where man doth not inhabit, you among men being most unfit to live. I have made you mad, and even with such like valor men hang and drown their proper selves. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds. Or with me mock at stabs, kill the still closing waters, as diminish one dowel that's in my plume. My fellow ministers are like invulnerable. If you could hurt, your swords are now too massy for your strength, and will not be uplifted. But remember, for that's my business to you, that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, exposed unto the sea which hath requited her and her innocent child, for which vow thee the powers delaying, not forgetting, having since the seas and shores via all the creatures against your peace. Thee of thy son Alonso they have bereft, and do pronounce through me lingering perdition worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you in your ways, whose wrath to guard you from, which here on this most desolate isle else falls upon your heads, is nothing but heart sorrow and a clear life ensuing. Bravely the figure of this harpy hast thou performed, my Ariel. My high charms work. These, mine enemies, are all knit up in their distractions. They are now in my power. And in these fits, I leave them, whilst I go to visit Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned, and his and mine love darling.
And the name was certainly holy, sir. Why stand you in the strange fear?
Thus the bills told me of it. The name of Prosper, that I did face my trespass.
But one feat at a time. I'll fight their legions are.
I'll be thy second.
Three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison given to work a great time after, now begins to bite the spirit. I do beseech you that our suppler joints, follow them swiftly, and hinder them from what this ecstasy may provoke them to.
If I am too austerely punished, your compensation makes amends. For here have I given you 1/3 of mine own life, for that for which I live. Even now, I tender to thy hand. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast, strangely, stood the test. Here, afore heaven, I ratify this my rich gift, offered deserve all praise and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it.
Then, take thou my daughter, but not before all sanctimonious ceremonies made with full and holy rite be ministered.
As I hope for quiet days, and a lone life with such love as 'tis now, nothing can melt my heart into honor to take away the edge of that day's celebration.
Fairly spoke, sir. Sit then and talk with her, she is thine own. Ariel, my industrious servant. Ariel, what would my potent messengers? Here I am. Go. Bring the sprites, or whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it of me. Presently, I will acquaint. Before you can say come and go, or breathe twice and cry so-so, each one tripping on his toe will be here with nothing no. Do you love me, mistress? No? Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not come till thou dost hear me call? Well, I can see. Look thou be true, do not give dalliance too much strain.
I warn you, ma'am.
Well. Now come, my Ariel. No tone, all eyes, be silent.
May I be to think these spirits.
Spirits whom I have called from their confines to enact my present fancies.
Let me live here ever. So rare a wonder mother and a wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet, now silence. Hush, and be mute, or else our spell is marred. As my love has come along, my lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh yeah, and at last I see the light, and this light the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and this light the sky has lifted, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All that once, everything looks different. Now that and then I saw your face, I had forgotten the foul conspiracy of that beast Caliban and his companions against my life. The minute of their plot is almost come.
This is strange. Your mother's in some passion.
Never till this day saw I her so touched with anger and distemper.
You do look, my son, in a mood sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold, for all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve, and like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My brain is troubled. Be not disturbed at my infirmity. If thou be pleased, retire unto myself, and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We wish you peace.
Ariel, come. What's your pleasure? We must prepare to meet with Caliban. Where didst thou leave those varlets?
I charmed their ears that they did follow me. I left them shivering in yon filthy pool.
Well done. Go, fetch the trumper in from my house.
I go.
A devil, a born devil, upon whose nature, nurture, can never stick, on whom my pains humanely taken, all lost, quite lost.
Prithee, my queen, be quiet. Seest thou here, this is the mouth of the cell. No noise and enter, and do that good mischief, which will make this island thine own, and I thy Caliban.
Oh, give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, what a wonder we have here!
Let him alone. Do the murder first.
Quiet, master. Excuse me. Oh, a crown just for me. One for thee. And one for thee. This color looks nice on you.
I'll have none of it. We shall lose our time.
Bear this, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom.
And this. Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
The 6th hour. At which time you said our work would cease.
I did say so. When first I raised the Tempest. Tell me, Spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Confined together in the same manner as you gave in charge. Just as you left them, all prisoners manned in the line grove which weather fends your cell. The king, his brother, and your sister abide all three distracted, and the remains are mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay. But chiefly, her that you termed, ma'am, the good old lady Gonzala. Her tears run down her cheeks like winter drops from eaves of reeds. Your charm so strongly works them, that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, Spirit?
I'm good man, were I human.
In mine shall. Hast thou, which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their affliction? And shall not I, one of their own kind, who relish all as sharply, passion as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? Oh, with their high rod, I am struck to the quick. in Catus my fury, do I take part? The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go, release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break. Their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves. I'll bet to the man. Ye elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves, and ye that on the sand, the pritless foot, do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back again. You whose pastime it is to make midnight mushrooms, who rejoice to hear the solemn curfew, by whose aid, weak masters though ye be, I have bedimmed the noontime sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azure vault set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. Graves, at my command, have waked their sleepers, oped, and let 'em forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic, I hear abjure. And when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon their senses which this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms deep, and deeper than did ever come its sound. I'll drown my book. Forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Ariel, fetch the hat rapier from my cell. I will discase me at my self-present as I was sometimes blonde. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. How that's my dainty, Ariel. I shall miss thee, but yet thou shalt have freedom. So. I drink the air before we enter return, or ere your pulse twice beat.
May some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the royal Duchess of Milan, Prospera. To thee and thy company, I bid a hearty welcome.
Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat. Thou pardon me my wrongs, but how is it that Prospera be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtlety subtleties of the isle that will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my good friend. To you, most wicked man, whom to call sister would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them. And do require my dictum of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospera, give us particulars of your preservation upon the side, where I've lost my poor son.
And I am like lost, for I have lost a daughter.
Where did you meet your daughter?
In this last tempest,
Oh, heavens. I wish they were in Naples. King and queen there. That they were, I wish.
no more yet of this. This cell's my porch. I pray thee, look in. Since my dukedom thou hast given me, I will requite you with as good a thing.
Or you play me false.
No, my dearest love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
This be a vision of the isle, one your son shall I lose twice?
I have cursed the seas without cause.
Arise, and say that thou camest here.
Oh, wonder how beauteous mankind is. How many goodly creatures are there here. Oh, brave new world that has such people in it.
'Tis new to thee.
Who is this maid that thou wantst to play?
By immortal providence, she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father. She is the daughter of this Duchess of Milan, of whom I have received a second life, and mother she makes her to me.
And I am her father.
Rejoice, Milan's issue shall be kings of Naples. In one voice, Ferdinand found a wife.
Prospera for dukedom, and all of us ourselves.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow so embrace him, that doth not wish you joy.
So be it. Amen.
Spirit, fetch Caliban and his companions. There are still yet missing of your company some few odd lads that you remember not. Well done. Bravely by diligence thou shalt be free.
Every man shift for all the rest, and let no man take care for himself.
These be brave gods. How fine my mistress is. I'm afraid she will chastise me.
These two fellows, you must know it of. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
How now, fine.
Oh, touch me not. I am not Stefani, but a gramp.
You'll be queen of the island.
I should have been a sore one then.
This is a stranger thing here I looked on.
His mother was a witch. Look you, take these two to my cell, and look you trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will. And I'll seek for grace. For what a thrice double fool was I to take this butler for a god and worship this dull fool.
And you put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
Sir, I invite you all to my poor cell. And in the morn, I'll bring you to your ship, which is as tight and yar and bravely rigged as when you first set forth, and then to Naples, where I have hopes to see the nuptials of these, our dear beloved solemnized.
Yes, and I long to hear the story of your life.
I'll deliver all. I promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditious, you shall catch your royal fleet far off. That is thy charge, aerial ship. And then, to the elements be free, and fare thee well. Please you draw near. Now my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have is mine own, which is most faint, 'tis true. I I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples? Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardon the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell, but release me from my bands, with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails fills, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, arts to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself and frees all faults. As thou from crimes wouldst pardon be, let your indulgence set me free.